Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Zero lightness, thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Hey, Room Shaker. I'm going to do a couple of more. Ooh, child. Room Shaker, you've been cutting up. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. I'm going to let a couple more people get in here, child. But I guess I'm going to get started. I named this video, Ooh, child. How far is too damn far in the beefing sector? How far is too far? The 185, they say they can hear me, child. And the reason I've named it this is because it's been a lot of complaining about just different things that's been going on in the beefing sector. Um, Nothing's gonna change. You know, you either like it or you don't like it. And the beef sector is a rough sector. They're getting back to like it used to be. Like whatever a person do, they do. And they very seldom apologize about it. You know, to me, if you do it, you're not sorry because we all have a brain to think with. And when you do shit, you just do it. I don't care if you're mad or happy or whatever. You can't change the past. So stick to your guns. You know, you, you done it. It's repercussions for what you do. And it's not going to change anything. The people still gonna talk about you and they're not gonna forget it. They're gonna throw it up in your face as long as you're on the internet. And even after if you leave the internet, they're gonna still say, "Well, Paulette did it." And then the people that's been here a long time, when the other people do stuff and they ain't did nothing in a long time, they be saying, "I would never do that." Why they do that? You done this shit 7 years ago. Damn it, we ain't forgot. You already done. Now you now you got a halo over your head, huh? Child, the main people that's complaining about it done the shit before. But it's the same way in real life. Like people that have, like when they were younger, they would drink a lot or smoke a lot, party a lot, have a lot of boyfriends or girlfriends, steal, kill, rob. And when their ass get old, they talk about the young people doing what they did. It's just a different generation. But hell, if you used to be a hoe, you was a young hoe, just an old hoe, because you were still a hoe. But then you gonna talk about these young girls that's out there doing what you did, and to call them hoes. You a hoe. And like my mother used to say, "Can a whore in what the town we live in make me feel bad about nothing?" Okay, and you could move, but you still was a hoe. You could move from Texas to New York City. You were still a hoe in Texas. You're still a hoe in New York City. But I'm just saying, that's just the way it is. That's what's going to keep the beef sector going, you know. And we love this kind of shit. We love it. The beef sector is doing beef like I like. I don't really even go over to the Mo3 sector because they keeping it exciting over here. They keeping me on my toes. So what is the people complaining about? I'm not complaining. Go harder. That's the way I feel about it. If you're gonna be over here, do something. Especially for the people that always have, like kept the sector going. Do something. We ain't got to have no town hall meetings and all that kind of shit. But if you want to do it, do it. But ain't nothing gonna change. And we're not shocked at anything. And if you do it, stand in your shit. Yeah, I did it. And if you say you done it and you don't feel bad about it or I'll do it again, what the hell you saying you sorry for? To me, you crack under pressure. And I'm just gonna put a name on it. King Roman News, you cracked under pressure. You made that live today. It reminded me of a politician. When they fuck up by doing what they wanted to do, a politician, if the crowd don't like it, then they'll come right back on here and say, well, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I misspoke. We done heard that shit our whole life. If you did it, stand up in it. Yeah, I did it. It ain't nothing I can do to goddamn change it. And I ain't apologizing for a motherfucking thing that I've done or said on here. Because like I said, it ain't gonna change how people feel about you. It's not gonna change a thing. Uh, King Roman News say he lost subscribers. So people lose subscribers all the time. And the beef sector has grown a whole lot and it's gonna grow more. Maybe you'll get some of them the subscribers. But them subscribers that left you King Roman News, they gonna go right back over there. You should have just waited this shit out, kept making videos, doing your thing. Because the people are still, the people that wasn't for you, they ain't gonna be for you. And the people that was against you, they gonna still be against you. And the people that like you, they're still gonna like you. It is what it is. Next time you make a decision that don't go along with the crowd, just stand in the shit and yeah, I did it. And I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm a goddamn man and I made my goddamn mind up when I done it that I wanted to do the shit. Cause shit, I was hearing violins and everything when you was over there talking, child. I didn't care for that at all. Okay? But this is my opinion. I'm entitled to it. You can get mad at me if you want to, because I don't know you. But if you're gonna be down here in the YouTube beef sector, when you do the shit, you meant to do the shit and just said fuck it. Okay, because your crew gonna stand by you no matter what. And you got a big crew. And if you're gonna be the leader, be the goddamn leader. Strut your shit, talk your shit, and stand in your shit. Okay. Hey, 2300 Jackson Street is always home. Hey, Love Blake. Now, that was just my opinion of it. Now I'm getting ready to get my notepad out And we're going to go with something. I'm just going to start on the world news. I just got one little story I want to talk about, and it's about Hulk Hogan. He passed away. He was racist. He didn't, and all that. He liked to use the nigger word, okay? Well, I told you guys before, him and his daughter, it made it fractured kind of their relationship because I don't know if it was one of her boyfriends. I don't know if it was one of her friends, but he didn't want her hanging out with them, and he used the nigger word. And I mean, she recorded him, and they made a big mess. So everybody knew he didn't like black folks. So I used to like Hug Hogan. I used to go see him wrestle. Well, child, his daughter told him she don't want to be in the wheel to take her all the way out. She want to be removed from it. Whenever the wheel get red, she don't want none of his money. And that's a hell of a thing, I guess you're saying, hell, I didn't really fool with him when he was alive, so I don't want shit from him. So she's not going to take her portion. That's all I got to say about that. Okay. Um. Now I'm going to start out talking about KRN some more. I'm going to tell you guys about like what happened on his live today. He did a live and it was just him. He didn't it wasn't a call in. It was just him talking about the situation with him and Rico. He said that he did that, he acted out of anger. Now I'm gonna just let you guys know this here, like with that saga with him and Rico. Somebody sent out to all the content creators a video in the timestamp and telling them, "Hey, look at this, Rico abusing his dog." Well, King Roman News seen it. He made a video about it. He contacted animal cruelty, made a report. They gave him a number, like a confirmation number. So if you call back, they'll tell you what's going on with it. He said it had to be done on the internet. It wasn't actually a phone call. Well, the other day he made a lab and he called the health department on the lab and he called the animal cruelty people. Well, the people at the animal cruelty, they told him that they had sent somebody out to check on the dog. The dog was fine. Case was closed. Well, when he came back, he didn't explain it all the way. I didn't hear him say that the case was closed, but that's what he was saying today. Well, Rico heard the live and he got mad, which Rico had already been making lives on King Roma ever since he became aware of King Roman supposedly going, turn him into the animal cruelty people. And then he was getting madder and madder, making more videos. And then he was threatening King Roman News. I'm going to knock on your door. I'm going to catch the bus and I'm going to do all of that. Well, the police wound up coming over there a couple of days ago and he got locked up. So King Roman was getting a lot of flack for calling the animal cruelty people. He was losing subscribers. He, subscribers like, you shouldn't have done that and this and that. A lot of people saying that, people making videos. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. You should have contacted Rico first. You should have did that. Well, should have did a lot of things. The man did what he wanted to do. So I guess every time before if they cool with each other, so in the future, on any content creator, before you make a big decision on your channel, you got to call the other person. Now, do that make any sense? When you're trying to make a statement on your channel and you cool with the other person, you got to go tell him, "Hey, I'm finna do this on you." Child. Now, what kind of sense that make? What kind of... Okay, now you done seen me abuse my animal. So you gonna call me and say, Paulette, I seen what you did to your dog. I'm gonna call animal control on you. Uh, Paulette, I seen what you did with your dog. And then what I'm gonna do? What I supposed to say after that? What do I supposed to say after that? I'm just saying. What if the person call you on the phone? Mahaya, if I call you on the phone and say, Mahaya, I seen what you did to your dog. What I supposed to say after that? Do I supposed to say, what I supposed to say though? I don't know. I'm just asking. Melissa, can you help me? Can anybody tell me what I supposed to say after that? Oh, I know we cool, but I've seen the video of you hitting your dog. Now I don't want you. I'm not gonna call on you this time. But if I see you hit him again, I'm gonna call. But what if the next time he hit him and he busts his head open? What if the next time he hit him, he break a leg? I'm just asking. And then they start saying that the dog was gonna be put down. They've been just acting the biggest damn fool over in the big sector about this shit. They acting a bigger fool than when we heard Uppity hit her kid. They making a bigger deal out of it than that. And people called uh child protective service on her and all of that. And people said, yeah, I called. So the dog more important than y'all getting mad at people for King Roman News for calling the animal cruelty people than you are of the people that called CPS when a child got hit. But y'all matter at the person that called the dog people than you were at the people that called child protect. But you're making a bigger risk for rule. All Uppity did when that happened was went over there to the Mo 3 sector and hid out over there at Max. And she hid out over there about a month. And then she cussed Max out, and then she came back to the beef sector. And the beef sector had their arm wide open. I mean, wide open. And put their arms around her when she came back here. And she been here ever since. So they gonna torture King Roman New. Child, these are it's something wrong with this picture. Now this is me speaking up. I'm not. There ain't nobody else's opinion. Ain't nobody talking me up into doing this shit. I'm saying this because I want to. I'm saying it because it's ridiculous. Okay. And King Roman's News also said he did not call the police on Rico. He didn't call them. So I guess other people called, okay, but he getting the brunt of it because everybody think since he called the health department, since he called the animal cruelty, I'm sure he called the police. They sure he called the police. You're not gonna be able to change anybody's mind just because you said you sorry. People gonna be always believe you did that, even if you didn't. Okay. And KRN, you said that you should have ignored Rico, like some people was telling you. You should have ignored him. No, you don't have to ignore no damn body on here. If they talking about you, if you want to drag their ass back, drag them back. Wouldn't make Rico so special. You drug Nika. And her mom, her brother, daddy, and sister died. So you feel everybody feels sorry for Rico? I don't get that shit. But they didn't feel sorry for Nika. Nika's supposed to come out here and fight everybody that was fighting her through her grief. People got mad at her. People got mad at her because she took off of YouTube. You know, she wasn't on here like she was. People got mad at her because she wasn't dragging King Roman News back. And Nika ignored King Roman News. Her ignoring him didn't do no better. He still came at her. See, you got to think about what you said. I think that's the only reason that you came out and said you were sorry because that, like you said, you lost subscribers out the ass. So therefore, if you lost subscribers, I'm sure you lost memberships. And some of the subscribers might have been some of your big people that could donate to your life. I don't know. You know. And then, like you were saying something about J Don had made a live talking about you was a dog killer. You're not a dog killer, but I've heard other people say it's your fault if the dog get put down. It ain't your fault that his dog got put down. You let them get in your mind. And the beef sector is full of trolls. It always have been, like every other sector. We just not called the beef sector troll. You know, the more three sector called these three troll sector. But it's always been trolls over here. And you got trolled into apologizing. And you also said, King Roman, that everybody docs. Everybody don't docs. You used to say you didn't dox. But then you start doxing. But it's still people that don't dox, so don't say that no more. Everybody don't dox. Everybody to be said don't dox. Now there's a lot of doxing going on that have went on in the beef sector. Been doing it ever since the beginning of before the beef sector was formed. Sometime it'll cool down. They don't dox nobody for a long time. Then they start back doxing. It always have been like that. It is what it is. But just don't say everybody docs because everybody over here in the beef sector don't dox. And that's the same way in these other sectors. Everybody in these other sectors, when they doing all that doxing, everybody in the other sectors ain't doxing. You know, and it don't put that lie. That's a lie. Everybody over here don't dox. Everybody in the other sectors don't dox. The people dox because they want to. And the people that don't dox because they don't want to do that. They don't want to participate in that. The people that call the police, they're going to call the police. Now, I call the motherfucking police, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You can call me a cop, call or whatever. If I feel threatened before I do something to you and get in trouble for fucking you up, I'll call the police just in case you decide, do you want to come to my house? You know, it is what it is, you know. So I'm going to protect myself, you know. I will call them and say, well, hey, if they come over here, I'm just letting you know it ain't going to be good. Or it's going to be lay down time. You know, it is what it is. You can call me a cop caller. I don't give a damn. People call me worse than that. You know, I've been called worse than that. But I haven't gotten to the point where I have to feel in danger where I think I have to call the police so I don't want to have to go to prison for the rest of my life or hurt you. Because I'm going to protect my castle. But a person can call. You can call me anything you want to. I ain't got no problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm going to call you, you know. It's going to be tit for tat. Or either I just won't say nothing and I'll leave. But hey, 9 times out of 10, I ain't leaving. It is what it is because I ain't no punk. Now I might see if I see you on a panel like in the future, I might just go somewhere else. That is my choice. I'm not running. I just don't feel like fighting you yesterday. And then I might see your ass on a panel another day, and I go up there and I swing the shit out of you, like they doing over the lemons tonight. Honey, they've been dragging over there, and I say, bitch, you got to get out over here and make your live because you're gonna be over here all night and you ain't gonna make your live. You'll get some days behind. So I had to leave there for a few minutes. Okay, now that's it for the King Roman. All right, when I left King Romans, I noticed that Rodney was live. He had a lot of people on his panel. I read Bob through it. Um, Dory is lying like she in London with Simon, and that is the stupidest shit I ever seen. That's all I got to say about that. I'm not. Um, Brooke and Dory got into it. It was good, and then I kind of bored and I left there. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this here little thing that went on yesterday. I started to go live and talk about this. Now Rico, Billy Jean did a little short about the state of the beef sector, and she used some of Rico's things, little shorts of him and shorts of King Roman News, getting us prepared for the state of the beef sector that she's gonna do in the future. When she do it, I don't know. Well, honey, Rico, I guess somebody contacted him, let him know that she had did a short, and he watched that short, and he made a video and told Billie Jean, "Look, you should have contacted me before you used my material. Uh, you should send me some money, monetary, because you're doing monetary gain off me, and you need to pay me if you use my material without my permission." And he said he did not give her permission. And he said you could have emailed me and let me know that you were going to do this with my material. Now, this has come up before when Billie Jean have used people material, different content creator stuff to make a video. Okay, then I kind of started moving around YouTube, looking at different things, and I seen Rico went back live again. And I hear it up and went over there, and I missed the first of it. But when he was, let me see the name of it was. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay. I think the name of it was The Fuck. Well, child, somebody sent Rico $10 for, I guess, for using Billie Jean stuff. Now I don't know if it was Billie Jean. I don't know who sent him that $10, but he said, "Fuck that shit. I'm sending you your motherfucking money back." And he was going off. It was like a 3 or 4 minute live. And before I could see it all of him going off, because I told you I read about it back, because I went once I seen it was a problem, because he was cussing. Child, before I could finish that it went unavailable. I said, "Damn, I didn't see all of it." And he took that video down, because a lot of times people will make videos and they'll take them down. And Rico ass took that video down. Well, my nose ass, I ran back over to Billie Jean to see if that state of the beef sector, the little short video that she made like a commercial, I wanted to see if it was still up. Now I wanted to see, so I'm assuming, well, I'm not gonna assume nothing. Somebody sent the $10 and Rico sent that shit back because it wasn't enough. And then so Billie Jean took that damn video, that state of the beef set down because she didn't want to get struck on it. Because Rico said he was gonna be striking and all that kind of bullshit. Well, Rico tonight, when he made a video earlier, he thanked Ness because he said Ness struck allegedly was supposed to have struck Billy Jean. And he said that he gonna strike Billy, I guess because he downloaded it or something. I don't know. But he said he gonna strike her too, child. And I was saying, what? I was thoroughly entertained yesterday. But honey, Rico went laughing. Honey, he was cussing about that goddamn $10, and he said he was returning it to sender, honey. Ooh, I was getting my life. Do you hear me? And so, let me see. A lot of people missed that because I've been moving around a little bit and I haven't heard nothing about nobody saying nothing about him making that short. Okay. I got my life. Do you hear me? Let me see what else happened. Okay, now I'm getting ready to go over about some lives I seen on Lemon because I think I missed some days making live. I don't know because I got several notes on him because I have like 3 different live. Wait a minute, no, 2 that I want to discuss, and I'm not gonna discuss a whole lot about it because if you want to see it, you can go over there and see Lemon. He do the long lives. Um, on the first live we did a couple of days ago, on that live, it was Lemon, Brooke, TG, Tracy, Trish, Hershey, Audio, Wiley, Lolo, Ken, 88, Noble, Pizza. They was on the live. Ken got into it with Audio. Now, them two, they get into it every time they, run into each other on YouTube. TG and Brooke got into it. And the discussion that was going on with them was TG saying she beef sect and she was here and she been here ever since 1901, which she really wasn't here in 1901. But she making it seem like she been in the beef sector longer than what she was. Now Brooke came to the beef sector first. I remember when Brooke come over here. And it is what it is. And then they got into it over there in the R. Kelly sector, which is where Brooke is from. But she was from another sector before she went to the R. Kelly sector. And I heard she had formed at R. Kelly sector. I don't know. But then TG and her sister, they come over here because they was having an issue with Brooke over there. And then they stayed over here, going back and forth from here to back over there, just like Brooke do. And Brooke always say that she's beef sector adjacent. Because back in the day, she used to that she was beef sector, and people say, "Oh no, you're not beef sector." And I guess she got tired of people saying that to her, and so she always say she beef sector adjacent because we do have people out there like T Velocity, just different ones, like YouTube cameras, like she's not beef sector, but she's beef sector adjacent. Because see, they report on the beef sector. So we call them people like that. Just like I'm not Mode 3. But I don't think I'm Mode 3 adjacent. I'm just a person that goes Mode 3 sector, That's just me. But I'm just saying that's how it is. And like and Brooke, now she don't say she beef sector now. But TG says she's beef sector, and people say, no, you're not beef sector. If anybody gonna be sector, Brooke would be sector because Brooke have did a lot of fighting over here. Brooke have been beat down over here, and Brooke have made stories over here like about the baby that she didn't have. She played like she was pregnant, and that just got solved about 6 or 7 months ago. She have been dog piled. I seen her get beat up over at Lemons one night. Everybody that was hitting the pound and they was jumping. And Brooke stayed there and she fought. Do you hear me? And she fought I don't know how many people that night. Brooke have taken a lot of bruises and batter over here. And then, like I say, some people still say she not beef sector, but she have, to me, she have, for a person from the outside that have, been over here as long as she have, she should be beef sector if she want to be. But I don't make those decisions. But then, like some people come over here and they don't have to fight nobody. They just come over here, and they people start accepting them like they beef sector. But I don't give a damn. Okay, but they had it out really bad over there. And Brooke, wait a minute. Tracy and Hershey got into it, and I enjoyed that because Hershey have drugged Tracy for years over here, and Tracy just didn't. She couldn't be bothered, you know. But now lately, since Tracy been hitting panels, she been fighting, and she doing that just cause she want to, cause she used to fight all the time, but she just backed back and quit. And I'm glad to see Tracy out here swinging. I really am. I enjoy seeing her. I like hearing her drag. I really do. And Lolo, she got in it with her too, but Tracy didn't need no help with Hershey. Okay, now tonight at Lemons, before I left, the people that was on had hit his panel was Dory, Krista, Shireen, Solid Sunday, Solid Sunday, Sunny, um, Simon, Audio, and Lolo. And Sunny was into it with Krista and Audio. Um, and she was using the not the Yagget, but with the F on it. She and we got of course Audio. See, she said it again, Lemon. See, she said it again, and then she was dragging, and Lemon said, "Don't say that no more." And she was slipping and said it again, so he dropped her. I think she had said it like 3 different times. Instead of saying Yagget, she was saying the word with the F. And she's so used to saying it when she fight the men, I believe it just slipped out. Because he let her come back up and she started dragging again. And so I don't know how that settled because I came over here and went live. Simon and Doric, they were that bullshit about she in London. She's not in London, because she got busted out earlier today, and I guess she didn't tell Simon, but she was on somebody else panel, and them dogs got to barking. Her dogs that she have in the USA, and y'all know she ain't took them damn dogs to London. Okay, it's a stupid, and I'm not gonna discuss that because it's stupid to me, and I don't know why anybody is going along with that retarded story. Okay, and I ain't talking about this shit no more. But I was just letting y'all know about it. Okay. Let me see. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Yeah, child. And Mink is into it with Gigi still. She went live today, and she said like, oh, excuse me. Her son, he played football, but she said that she was glad because due to the weather, I don't know if it's too hot or what, that her son was gonna be off, but she took him to get his hair retwisted and all this. She getting him ready for school. And while Lemon was live, I also noticed that Gigi went live. But I didn't go over there to see what she was talking about tonight. But I will go. Excuse me. I will go. If I'm up later on, I will go and see what Gigi was talking about, because I don't think they feud will ever be over. And they do drag each other very good. And so Mink says she been working a lot, but she's gonna have a little time So I'm gonna be watching because I know they'll be dragging each other back and forth and then putting things on their community wall. They're just gonna those two. I don't think they'll ever. That'll now they might make up one of these days, but right now, no. And Mink will not make up with Cooling. That's not gonna happen. So I'm thinking, excuse me, that those three ladies gonna have a long feud. And it is what it is. And I like all of them. I ain't got no problem with neither one of them. Okay, now Mysterious, she been going live. And I had left her live yesterday and went over to Lemons because I had been in her live off and on all day yesterday, but it was stuff going on over in the beef sector, so I would just get to peep over there to see who was on the panel, and then I come back over here. Okay, now one time I came back over here, I'd been over here a long time, and when I got back over the Mysterious Child, the name of her video is P Bomb number 3. Child, they were people on her ass all day yesterday. And why, I don't know. But somebody P bombed the hell out of her yesterday. And I don't know why they doing that, because Mysterious, they glad she back. But it's somebody ain't glad she back. Or either somebody was getting beat, how in the dragon, because that's when people, like with audio did with YouTube camera, put that, that private part up there because he was getting beat, dragged, getting drugged. They'll do that. So I'm thinking it might have been somebody was getting beat in a drag and put that up on the screen. Well, I went over there. Well, let me tell you who I was on one of the lives I was on yesterday. I seen, wait a minute. She had Gina, One Man Band, New Era King, Pastor J, Woo, Duke, Christina, Ghetto, Royalty, 88, and the Captain. Gina was into it with One Man Band, Pastor J, Woo, New Era King, and Christina. Duke, he was into it with Pastor J, Gina, and he was calling Gina an old hoe and all kind of stuff, child. Okay, now the day when I peeped over there, Mysterious, I seen Gina, Christina, DG, Shane Gang, New Era King, 88, Woo, Pastor J, Royalty, the Captain, King James, Big Trap, and Big Reed. DG was into it with Gina and Shane Gang. Gina was into it with 88, Royalty, and King James. Now Gina been into it with everybody. Right now she's mad at a lot of people. Her and the Captain was cool, but the other day she let the Captain know that she had been out with OYB moving around, like riding. And Gina be doing a lot of stuff when her man be working, but I don't think the man work, because sometimes when he's supposed to be at work, he be at home. And then either he be in the other room, like I guess he's sleeping in one part of the house and she sleep in the other. And I think that's because he don't want to hear her on YouTube all the time. All that loud talking. Some people are not into YouTube. And I really don't think he off into it unless he be getting drunk and then he'll come and say something. But like as far as being on there with Gina all the time, that man can't do that. It's just too much. He can't take it. So he go into another room on the other side of the house. But some kind of way, Gina be catting around sometime with OYB. And the other day, she was carrying around with OYB. Now, why he need her to get the money out the bank, to do whatever they're doing with that money in the bank and at the bank and stuff, I don't know. I don't understand it, but it might be really simple. Uh, he like to for him like her to get the money out the bank. He was supposed to give her like $50 worth of weed and buy some cigarettes or something. I don't know. Well, allegedly, when he got his money back, it was $20 short. Now that's all I got to say about that. I don't know if she stole the money or not, but it was supposed to have gotten straightened out at Mysterious yesterday. But like I said, I wasn't over there all the time. And I think when it got straightened out, that might have been one of the videos that was P-bomb, but I don't know. Okay. Um, because them OYB be all up in the house and stuff. So I don't know if that boyfriend be there when that man be in the house, or if she's doing the catting around when he at work or wherever he be at. Child, it's a mess. I don't understand it. And like when they got ready to part from each other, after they did that running around and getting the marijuana, she wanted a kiss and a hug, and he didn't do it. He didn't want to do that, and allegedly she punched him in the belly. And then she also got mad while they was moving around, riding around to get the money. He started talking to his girlfriend on the phone. And she got mad and she started screaming and stuff at him. And the captain went, I don't know where this channel was, but the girl that he's supposed to be going with, she was on the panel and the captain and not on my watch was asking her questions. And that's how we found out about how she was screaming at OYB when he had the lady on the phone, his girlfriend. And Gina is jealous of that woman, and she is so jealous of Nurse K, honey. Cause this lady that he date, she look like she a Latina or something. She's not white, but she real pale. And Gina is scared of that woman. She is jealous of that woman's skin color. She jealous of that woman's hair. She jealous of everything about that woman, child. And I don't know, I don't get it. The man don't want you. He wants you when you can do something for him, and you looking really desperate. And yesterday she came on and she was hitting panels yesterday. She was drunk as a skunk early yesterday morning, child. You hear me? And then that's why she was fighting everybody because she was mad because OIB busted her out, you know. And girl, she jealous of Nurse K. And allegedly now Nurse K and OIB say they ain't never messed around or nothing, but they real cool. And she is so jealous of Nurse K. So Gina, let me tell you something, child. You looking real bad out here. Now you got a man. Now why is you messing with OYB and riding all around with him and stuff? Why are you jealous of the women he get? You ain't black enough, because you and Nurse K, y'all about the same color. So you ain't dark enough, it look like, because since you so jealous of Nurse K, and honey, you ain't light enough. Because he got him a Latina woman, and she light, bright, and damn near white, and you still black, and you looking like a black ass fool. Okay? You looking a bad, you a old hoe. You know it. You like I say, you got a man at home. You wouldn't appreciate him doing that to you if you was at work. Cause you say you're looking for a job. Now when you go to work, would you appreciate your man having other hoes up in your house? Would you appreciate your man riding around all day while you at work and having bitches up in your house? When it happened to you, do not come on here acting a fool. because you are doing it to him. And he would not appreciate it. If y'all hadn't don't have nothing to have, why come he can't ride with y'all? You being sneaky, and it looks really bad for us older ladies out here. You will do shit like that when you young. You know what I'm saying? You is too old to be doing that. Can't you get satisfied? Old as you is, old as you is, you got enough nerve to be bringing a nigga up in that man. It ain't the man house, but you put him in your house to shack with, and you doing him like that for this YouTube crowd. You doing him like that for some weed. You doing him like that for some cigarettes. You look like a damn fool. And none of these niggas on YouTube, they wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole because you showing them what kind of whore you are. Hey, watching from Cloud 9. You can be what you want to be on Cloud 9. That is bad. A woman, that age. And just think about how she act when she not on YouTube. Just think about the stuff we don't see. 3,000 degrees. Her ass ain't that hot. Okay. What she got a man in there for with her for? If you want to act like that. TC, what do you have a man for? Let him go on. You wouldn't appreciate if when he had your car and he out there driving a hoe around. He may as well do it. You doing what you want to do. It shouldn't be no problem. I don't get it. Hey, scorekeeper, do anybody get it? It ain't cute. You done showed everybody your legs and ain't nobody wanting it. You done gave them all your money, damn near, because you had a little $500 to $600 last week. Love Blake. And a lot of the people that gave her the money, like 88 and Woo and Sean G, they don't even fuck with her no more. Melissa. They talking about her like a dog. 88 talking about her, called her a trick, a easy lick. Savage, you hear me? Child, she looked desperate. Hey, seeing all, sees all. My hair. Now she called herself like Mahale again, the way she drug him all over YouTube. Now she be over there whenever child bye. And everywhere she been, like today when I looked over at Mystery, she was into it with DG and everybody else that was on the panel. And then she made DG real mad. She be doing shit just to mess with people. She was shouting out Mahale's gaming channel. She was giving him shout outs, and Donald Barnes do not like uh, Mahale. And she was shouting out 357. Y'all, Gina was over there acting a goddamn fool, okay? And I don't know how long she gonna get along with Mahale, y'all. Mahale, you better watch out. You better not pout. Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And if you got a couple of pennies in your pocket, send old girl a cash out. Okay. But that damn Gina, honey. And you know I can't stand her, but she's growing on me just like J Don. You know I can't stand J Don, but then I can stand. And Gina is getting the same way. That I can't stand her, but I'm getting to where I can stand her. I'm just as crazy as they are, ain't I? Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I just came on here do a little live before, just to get a little, I just needed to, just breathe when, and so now I'm getting ready to go out here back in this madness again. But I just had to come over here and breathe, honey, because they've been dragging the hell out of each other over here in the beefing section, and I've been loving every minute of it. And hopefully I'll stay up tonight and see, stay up with lemons and anybody else that got. And of course, I be going sneaking over there to Twitch because I went over there to Transparent Talk. I went over to Twitch just to see what was going on, and I seen Transparent Talk was live yesterday. And so I stayed over there for about an hour, and then I went somewhere else because I seen Transparent Talk again yesterday on YouTube. And she's been having some good shows because I hadn't been seeing her a whole lot on YouTube, but lately she been active, and I'm really glad to see that because I enjoy Transparent Talk channel. Because over on her channel, I be seeing people that I don't normally see. Over in the Mo 3 sector, I be seeing people that I normally don't see. So that's one place I like to go. And then she's been going back in the Mo 3 history, and I'm getting putting pieces in my head of things that I might have witnessed but didn't understand. Is making more sense now. Hi, Miss Douglas. It's making more sense. And so I like those kind of lives and hearing the other sides of things, so I can make my own judgment. Because see, it was things that went over and over in the Mo 3 sector before I went over there. And like I said, I was in the clouds for a year and I was seeing a lot of things, but I didn't understand them. But by Transparent Talk going back, and when Mahale put his old lives up, it make a lot of people mad. But I'm glad to see that because see, I can put pieces together of things I seen and didn't understand, like observing the Mo 3 sector. Now it makes a lot of people mad when they play those old videos. I don't understand why, because the people in the different sectors they witnessed this when it happened, but I might have missed it. I might have, I'm loving it. They don't have to do it all the time, but it really helps me understand more about what I've seen or heard in the past. And I'm still getting pieces of the puzzle in my head on different things that, understanding why these people are into it and what, the what's making it tick, and so I love seeing that. Now I don't want to get like bombarded because, like I said, I know the people that was involved in some of these lives. They don't like to see that, but like I said, I appreciate the ones that do that over there every once in a while because it's helping me. I'm knowing more about the Mo 3 sector, and I really appreciate that. But I don't want to get like bombarded in my head because I have the other the other content I be trying to keep up with. But that's all I want to say on that. But I'm just saying it's helping me because I be over there a lot. Hey, OG Jamel. It really do. It's really helping me, you know. You know, figure shit out. Cause it's a lot of stuff. Hell, I don't know why they. I ain't gonna be talking on it and stuff, but I'm gonna put it in my head. You know what? That's why they don't like each other. That's what happened. You know, and it really helped me. Miss Douglas, I don't know if I spoke to you, but I'm speaking again. 3,000 degrees, honey. That's hot. But I just wanted to let you know what in transparent talk, like she had Rune Shaker, Sin City, and 88 yesterday over there. And I learned a lot of shit on there because there's some pieces I had knew about, but I'm getting to see the actual people that was involved all together, and they were talking about it and said, "No, no, that you going too fast." And then the next one say, this what was done, this what was done, and then now you could throw it back talking. They was talking like that, and because those it was a portion of the Mo 3 set. Like Sin City, I don't go to her a lot. And 88, I know some things about her, but I don't know a whole lot about her. I know more about Room Shakers because I be at Room Shakers, but I want to hear other sides. And that's why I move around like I do. And I'm glad that I can see this. And then, like on the Mo 3, I can go back on Transparent Talk because she on Twitch. She be streaming YouTube over on Twitch. So, see, I can go over there and watch it. When I miss things, I can always catch up. So, I'm really, really like this, what the Mo 3 sector is doing by having it on Twitch and YouTube. And then, like I said, they say they keep lives up over there for 7 days, but it looks like it's might be a little more than 7 days. But I'm just telling you, like if you miss some lives, you can go over there and see Broadway, um, Big Baby, Big Lack, Transparent Talk, the Captain. Like if y'all miss lives that they do over here, I know those five are making content and they using a stuff over here that you might have missed or it might get pulled down. You can see it over there on Twitch. Okay, and maybe that'll help. Um, that might help if you in the Mo 3 sector and you happen to miss a live. Well, you can go over to Twitch on the five content creators I told you about, and if it's more, join Twitch over there. I will be letting you know. Also, the captain is gonna be putting stuff on Clubhouse, and I think 357 he's gonna be doing stuff on Clubhouse or either TikTok. It's one of them. But the content creators are branching out into the other sectors now. People that's from YouTube. Now Nika is on most of the other websites. Now she always was active on Twitch, Bigo, all of that. So if you want to see more about Nika, she has stuff over there on them other sites that she don't have on YouTube. You know, and I'm just letting you know in case you want to see more or you miss things. I'm just letting you know the information that I know to give you guys. Okay. Hey, Latricia. I think that's all I had to talk about. I can't think of anything else. But I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I got me an hour in, and I'm gonna see you guys the next time. Ooh, child. When you make your mind up and you do something, stick to it. Ooh, child. And why say you're sorry when you mean it? Let's be grown about it. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.